All right, everybody. Listen, today, kind of want to talk to you about the whole Lilly Singh situation. Now, for those of you who don't know who Lilly Singh is a Canadian Indian YouTuber. She's been on YouTube for a long time. She has a huge following. And she last year ended up with her own NBC late night show called Late Night with Lilly Singh. Now, here's the thing. She has some small amount of positive reviews, but a whole lot of negative reviews. And before I actually commented, I wanted to go back and kind of watch her show. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to watch her show, watch her YouTube videos, because I wanted to make sure that I was accurate in, giving my view, my personal opinion of what I think is going on with her and her show. So Lilly Singh is making some mistakes. If you are looking to get into the entertainment industry, say you want to get your own TV show, you want to be a talk host, you got to learn from her mistakes, and she's making a lot of them. Now, before I get into this, I want you to know I'm not trying to knock Lilly Singh. I'm not trying to say that Lilly Singh doesn't deserve this opportunity. I'm not saying that she's not, worthy or she shouldn't have been selected. But I am saying that she is making some huge mistakes that if she doesn't correct it right now, it is going to definitely affect her going forward. Now, the first mistake she makes is everyone knows she came out saying that she's bisexual. Not a problem, okay? Not a problem. But she throws it in your face. Every episode, that is all she talks about. It is the butt of every joke. She's bisexual, she's a woman of color, and it's just non-stop with it. Second, she alienates part of of what could be her big audience. Just about every joke goes after white people. Now, even when black comedians make jokes about white people, one of the things you always hear them do is a come up. Now, a come up is when a comedian delivers a joke about a race or a culture, but you have to find some way to come up with something positive. You got to find a way so that it's not that you're dogging them, you sort of reaching back, giving them a hand. If you make a joke about white people, make a joke about black people. You make a joke about Asian people, make a joke about Indian people. You balance the joke out so it doesn't seem like you're targeting one group. All of her jokes are literally slamming white people. I mean, she is just constantly going. Now, every comedian has their own way of doing things, but you have to balance that so your audience will grow. You don't want people to come to your show and feel like, wow, because I'm white, I don't feel welcome. I can understand a few jokes about white people, some jokes about black people, but when you take a whole race and your whole monologue is just smashing on them, they're going to feel like this is not the show. This is not for me. So you're going to lose audience members. The next thing that she's doing is she doesn't know how to interview. And that is a huge problem, especially when you're on a national platform. I think she never took time to master her craft. She never took time to actually talk to people, kind of get some insight on, like, listen, I'm going to be doing a talk show host. Like, call Senator Hall. He was great at it. Or even call some of the current talk show hosts and ask them, hey, give me some tips on how to conduct interviews. Her interview skills are not good at all. And it just shows throughout the show because, some people like RuPaul, some people don't like RuPaul. But the thing about it is, when you got people like RuPaul, Mindy Kaling on your show, these are people that got a great history. They've been in so much television and entertainment that There is so much information that you can pull from them to make any interview good. RuPaul alone can make an interview good. But when you're doing an interview with Lilly Singh, it's just kind of like, it's not good. It's just not good. She needs to work on her interview skills. She needs to work on a broader scope of jokes. Now, if I'm going to talk about bisexual women, people of color, and that is the whole basis of my jokes, and all of my jokes revert back to talking about me, it's going to come across like I'm arrogant. It's going to come across like, it's all about me. She spent one monologue, literally 3 to 5 minutes, talking about her hair. That was her monologue. How long her hair is, how she swings her hair around. I get it. You're a woman that's in a white male dominated field. I get that. But the thing about it is, you're not going to be able to compete with them if you're constantly attacking them. If you're constantly attacking white people. Now, by all means, I felt the sting of white people, still do. But it doesn't mean that I go out and bash them publicly, especially if I'm given the opportunity for a national platform. Yes, I'm going to stay true to me. I'm going to tell my jokes. I'm going to speak my mind. But my jokes are not going to categorize all white people as being bad, as being evil. You have to find a way to balance all of that out. Because if you don't, you're going to end up, like I said, alienating a lot of your audience. Next up, she listen, this is what I think. I think Lilly Singh probably should have stayed with maybe doing skits like Amber does for the Trevor Noah show. I can't think of the comedian's name who did it with Conan. But sometimes working behind the scenes and maybe doing like a little skit here, a little skit there, it gives you time to kind of observe, a more seasoned host, learn how they work, then create your own identity, your own style and way of doing things that's going to come up as, more professional, more engaging. You're going to learn how to really relate to your audience and have your audience actually hanging on what you're saying versus you just kind of throwing everybody under the bus because you're a bisexual woman and that's all you want to talk about for all of those episodes. People get tired of hearing it. People want to hear jokes about other things, and I don't think she's capable of honestly creating jokes. And the truth of the fact matter is, her jokes are not funny. I'm sorry. Her jokes are not funny. As much as I try to listen to her jokes, they are just not funny at all. I don't get it. I really don't. I don't get her jokes. It's like you just kind of sit there like, oh my God, when is this going to be over? And then I think it was earlier this year or the end of last year, she did a Hall of Fame roast of Shaq and the Inside NBA crew, Charles Barkley and all them. Her jokes fell flat. It's painful to watch her tell jokes because she doesn't know how to properly set up and deliver a joke. She doesn't know how to, and to watch her sit up there and do that is like, oh my God, please stop. Please just stop. Just stop. But anyway, if you watch Lilly Singh, just kind of learn and understand that you need to master your craft. Don't be afraid to watch other people, observe what they do before you take the big stage and kind of figure out how you want to do it. You don't have to be exactly who they are. You don't even have to be who they are, but take what works and use it for yourself. She doesn't know how to do that. She really doesn't. Like, I wish she could be successful. She's a beautiful woman. But you got to understand that beauty is not going to keep you on that stage hosting that show, because there are plenty of beautiful women in this world that can just stand up there. But after all, people come to a talk show because they want to hear intelligent, humorous conversation, and you're getting none of that from Lilly Singh. Her YouTube channel, like I said, is basically stereotype jokes. That's all she does. It's stereotype jokes. But I don't think she just has a broad enough scope in order to really pull that show together to get a bigger audience. And it's just really sad, because it's a great opportunity that I don't think she's willing to get past her own self issues in order to be as big as the show probably can be. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they offered her the show. She was a YouTuber, so you can't throw that opportunity away. And that's what it seems like she's doing. But like I said, people do what they're going to do. All right. Will and Jada. Now, everybody talked about the whole red table conversation and everything that took place from them. Listen, hey, here's my thing about it. I'm not going to stay on this long. Everybody knew about Will and Jada from the beginning. Everybody. Everybody knew about Will and Jada from the beginning. It was no secret. Everybody knew what they was doing. Everybody knew what was going on. So I just don't see why, everybody's acting like this is something new about them having an open relationship. Now it's just one of the people that was involved in their open relationship came out, spilled all the beans, and now I guess they figured they had to go back and clean up. But hey, it is what it is, man. Will and Jada, my thing is their relationship. Whatever they want to do, they can do. However they want to do it, they can do it. Because the bottom line is they're going to do whatever they want to do. Ain't nothing you can do to stop it. You know what I'm saying? It's their life. It's their marriage. And Jada said, somebody asked her one time, what was the secret to your marriage? And she said, what works for me, works for us, may not work for anybody else. And she's right. She's right. So with that being said, y'all just let that whole Will and Jada thing go. That dude trying to get his name out there in the press and sell some records and get some sympathy. That's all. All that stuff that was going on, privacy. First of all, I don't think a man should be running around talking like that. I mean, it's almost like he want to brag that he smashed Jada Pinkett and her husband knew about it and all this. It's just, y'all shouldn't even give that dude 15 minutes. Probably like his album. Don't even give 15 minutes. But anyway, that's it. Hope y'all enjoyed it, man. I got to bounce out, but I'll be back later on. Appreciate you.